All right, race fans, here we go. We got a good one. Road course racing tonight. That's right. We got the Clean Racing League here. These guys are about to put on the show here at the Roval. At least that's what they call it, the Roval. Qualifying underway. Dude puts it on the top spot, Jacob Grant, right now. I said last week, Caleb and them might be the ringers, but we'll see. The battle has tightened up a little bit, points-wise. We'll get into that, too. Because Joshua Altus. Is that right? Pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Has leapfrogged Parker Collins by 1 point. Oh boy. And Scott Simley's there too. So we got a three-way battle now for the lead. This is going to get interesting tonight. So stay tuned. Road course racing. Qualifying underway here. All right, Parker Collins on top right now. Oh, boy. He's looking to get that lead back. He said, I'm adding up, man. I'm having bad finishes. Got Evan Kinney right there behind him. Austin Coop. Now Ricky Harding doing his best smash and bash. All right, got a few little tidbits here. Roval facts. The CRL. Stands for Clean Racing League, by the way, folks. The race winners. Lane Hostler has 3, Kenny 2, Caleb 2, and Parker with 2. Evan has the most starts at the road courses in the league with 15. He has an average running position of 2.4, which is the highest among any of the drivers. Betting lines. Well, we're not betting on anybody, so yeah. If I'm betting on something, I'm betting on Austin said his pit crew man's on pit road for some reason, or on the track. Them guys are about to fuel him up while he goes by. Watch this, we're throwing tires on, he's going by. Altus there in 8th. Where's Simley? He's back in 15th. Now, the one thing about road courses is there is no cautions. If you get behind, catching up, it's a hard thing. Collins needs to win tonight. Well, looks like Collins going to hang on to it. Qualifying coming to a close. Where's the little Debbie Weed man at? Ross Tatum. He not here tonight? Oh. All right. Bring up Parker. Parker, Joe, and the booty got copy.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Man, well, on pole tonight, yeah, it's been an interesting playoffs here, kind of, so to speak, for you. You know, and the season just been very dominating. Coming into the playoffs, you had that huge lead, but now it kind of got wiped away. How you feeling now, you know, going into the last 3 races?
Definitely a little nervous, more nervous than I was to start. Really abysmal start to the playoffs. Definitely not what we wanted. Thank God we had the nice cushion that we built up during the regular season. But yeah, it really sucks to be in this position. But you know, we're still gonna go out there and show these guys, you know, that we're still the guy to beat. Shut all the haters up, and you know, just go out there and do our thing. Just gotta get back to the basics and executing. You know, we haven't executed really at all, whether it comes to strategy or starting position, start of the playoffs. So yeah, just got to get back to that and do what we do.
Well, you know, I was looking through and I was telling everybody about the facts, pretty much about the road course and Roval. I mean, you're one of the top winnings here in the league, being on this track. But you know, like what you just said right there, one of the along with being very good at road courses, there's always that flip side is where you don't have the cautions here like you would at any other track to kind of defend off a mistake or anything. So I know that's got to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, you just got to be smooth all day and you know, just hit your marks. You know, we can't really, if we drive 100% all race long, we're gonna find ourselves into mistakes, and we're gonna fall back into the people behind us. So we just
Right.
gotta drive our own race, and yeah, keep everybody in our rear view and minimize mistakes as best as possible. And I think we'll be there at the end to have a shot at the win, and that's all we can really ask for at this point.
Well, absolutely, and again, I mean, a dominating season so far. We've seen it before. Obviously, Lane Hostler, your teammate down there, has had the same success and whatnot. Biggest difference is he had to go through a chase style format, where this is a straight up format that really helped with the bonus points. But road course racing, man, I know you're excited tonight. Get you back on the right track. Good luck out there.
Yes, sir. Hope everybody enjoys the show.
Alrighty, let's get him back down there to the only dad guys. Well, that's old Parker Collins, and we've talked pretty much all season long. That guy has just dominated week in and week out. And the road course, Roval, we're going right, left. Not too many uphill, downhills here. Green flag, we're racing. Parker gets that jump out front. Kenny right there with him, and here comes Coop. Now, Austin Coop is a pretty good road racer. I mean, you've actually got 3 really good road racers up there. Actually, about 4 at the top 6. I'm gonna say is really, really good road racers. I'll give Altus credit too. But you've got the road race ringers: Kenny, Hostler, Mantle, Smith. Caleb, that is. Oh, looks like one truck there is off the pace. Justin Curtis. And you're going to see this all race long, folks. The one major thing about road courses, there are no cautions. So, you're like marred back here in traffic. There's nowhere to go. Nothing you can do. Get Dusty Martin right there, Chris Smith, David Brzezinski, Garcia, Rock, Ghost, Spinelli, there's Gillian. Ooh, Dyer goes off the track a little bit. Go back and see what happened to him here. Mr. Clean there. What, somebody cleaned his clock? Nope, he did it himself. He took shortcut. He's cheating. Oh, Curtis off the track again. Matthew Dyer crashing. Oh, he bumped the back of Ghost. They ain't supposed to be able to see him. All right, let's go back to the man up front. He's built that lead up to 1.4 seconds. He said just be smooth. Take it easy. That's what you got to do here. Kenny hanging on to second, Coop there in third, Hostler. Mantle along with him too there. Caleb Smith. Right back there in the 6th place spot. And a little bit of gap between Altus. Altus, he's made up all that ground. Him and Scott Simley. But tonight, I tell you, Collins could get some of that ground back if it stays like it is. There's old Simley. The only thing you can do here is hope you guys make a mistake and get pit strategy going. So Charles Van Scoit, got a SpongeBob machine out here. So far, man, so good. Everybody just kind of being patient. Van Scoot right there, man. We're watching this battle. Kind of road racing, you gotta appreciate it. It's a, they consider it the gentleman's sport. And you're really kind of racing the track. Van Scoot right now really racing the track. Biting him a little bit. There's old Eric Anderson. Good old Anderson. It's a man up front who's looking to turn this thing around here tonight. Collins. No mistakes. And no mistakes on pit road, too. That's another one. Don't make any pit road mistakes. Good old Ricky Harding. Who are you pulling for? They look like they're going so slow, huh? But they're going fast for a road course. Little battle right here. Eric Anderson, Ricky, and Van Scoot. You got the two right there behind him. Ooh, Fred goes off the track. Always like talking about Fred. Not that way, though. Uh-oh! Oh, no. Oh, it's Scott Simley crashing. It said Ricky Hart and Eric Anderson had come to. Eric Anderson, I think, is the one that took the worst end of that deal. Oh! He just got punted. Oh. Ka-chow! And then Scott Simley. Tell you, anything can happen in this race tonight. Let me get your ticker, man, what y'all needed at. There we go. 60 laps gonna be on the board here. Like I said, no cautions. Well, there are kind of cautions, but there'll be no full course cautions. Collins hanging on strong right now with Coop. There's been a battle right here, man. Take it over from Hostler. That's what Hostler don't want to see. Don't want to lose ground. And then Mantle actually overdrives that turn a little bit. Almost gave it back to Hostler. He might actually end up giving it back to him. That brings Caleb Smith into the mix. Caleb right there. Oh, Mantle. Oh, yeah, throwing that truck around, ain't he? Bobby out slinging it. These things get awful slick around here. This man right here, he's on rails. On rails. I don't know how he does it week in and week out. It's just like he's just like Mr. Showtime. Spreads around. Kenny right behind him. We got Coop right there with Mantle. Hostler, Smith, Altus. A lot of the championship drivers. Hostler's back in this thing again. I mean, even if Collins wins tonight, there's still 2 races to go, and anything still can happen. Jacob having a really good run too. Sitting right there in the 9th place spot. Van Scoit right behind him. Justin Curtis. There's Steve Gerber. You got Anderson. Matthew Dyer there with him. See how loose the trucks are when they come out of the turns. It's like slide. The Ghost Man. Appreciate his sponsorship here. We got the Clean Racing League Truck Series presented by Ghost Athletics and CRL Podcast. Check them out on YouTube and Spotify. Appreciate Ghost being a long-time sponsor here in the league. Thank you, sir. And the Boss Man. I gotta talk about the Boss Man. Good old Chris Smith. Smith right now done an outstanding job with the league. At the Grant's Creative Design. Oh, it's a nice paint job. They didn't have the Savage sim wraps on there. The Grant's Creative Design. I like that. Wow, okay. Very creative. No pun intended. Very good looking cars. Right now, Parker Collins, the man up front, leading the way at a 3.8 second lead. Man, I like it. Coop's been able to move up to second there. Leapfrog Kenny. Hostler falling back just a little bit. Not what he wants. Altus would love to gain a few spots here. 10 into this one. Coming up on some lap traffic, it looks like. Actually, it's Caleb. Thought it was lap traffic. Bobby's a little further up. Got Caleb right there. Oh, Chris around. Oh no. Looks like he got it gathered back. Let's see if Lane's able to run down in the only dead machine. That's the team. Now he's the defending series champ. How far back he is right. Points he is. Okay, here at the top. The top 7. Well, all right, let's say it behind here. Hang on, man. The top 6 are all within 15 points of each other. How close it is. Lane right there and 11 points back now. He's been able to move up. Jordan Trask really moved up. I don't know. This is going to be a battle. Very, very interesting battle. Oh, Charles Van Scoy just said went around. See what happened to him. Oh. That's a little bit of brake bias right there. Brake bias going wrong. Round he went. So Caleb Smith having a run. You know, he is definitely one of the road course ringers here. Talk about him time to time. Him and Bobby Mantle. There's Jordan Trask. Trask, another one, man, who's close in this championship himself. Count him out. But a bad, fast machine. He could get something done, get something going. Never know. Closing on the back end there. Smith going to try to get him around. Looks like he already got a little damage from somewhere. The problem is he's 7 seconds back, and you know, again, we talk about road course racing. No cautions. You can see already a 4-second lead. But also the one thing about road courses is even with a 4-second, 5-second lead, a lot of that can be wiped out if you have a really, really hard, bad spin and a turn. Collins is getting to the area to where he might be a little comfortable. But still, 4-second lead can be wiped out really quick here. 13 into this one. There we go. Parker fans. We got Dusty Martin fans. We just got all the fans. There's Dusty. Right 22nd right now. Evan Kinney with a lucky something. Lucky 7. And a very psychedelic style bright truck. Collins still leading. Coop right there in second. Kenny third. Little Bobby Mantle is on the 4th place spot. Caleb Smith right there in 5th. Osler's up there into the 6th place spot with Altus. I don't know what you do if you get marred back in traffic. Yeah, I don't know what you do if you get marred back in traffic. Alta's right there. Trask. Good old Grant. Got the Grant's Creative Studios is what it is now. I keep wanting to say Grant's Designs. I don't know why he changed the name. There's a reason behind it. I'm not sure. Want to do some investigative reporting and kind of see what that is. Chris still having a bad night. Ricky said, "You know what? I'm gonna just cheat and go through the middle." Little ghost man back here. David Persiski. Oh, and also it's Judson Curtis. I think I've been saying Justin, but it's Judson. Like Judd. I forget the D. That's what I've been forgetting. My bad. Woo, we'll get a little risky there on the side. Curtis trying to fight back. Run off just a little bit. He's got carried right there behind him with Harding. Good little side-by-side battle as Harding takes that thing. Coop's all alone out front, 4-second lead. Or excuse me, Collins out front. Coop's trying to chase him down. Coop has got about a second off of that lead. Coop's very good. I'm going to have to say Collins probably one of the fastest. Coop's probably one of the most methodical and just calm, cool, and come through the field type of drivers we have. I know he's looking forward to the Roval here this Wednesday with ARCA. Collins. Let him know there's a crash in front of him. Man, Scott, you can see Coop coming. Coop's got it down to 3.5 seconds. Austin Coop, I mean, this would definitely bode well for Hostler, Altus, and them. If Coop could get up here and steal this thing away from Collins, that way he wouldn't get none of the bonus points and all that stuff. That maybe for like leading the race and all, but that's about it. Altus there with him. Brass. I mean, the one thing you don't want to get caught up in is some, lap traffic mess or something. That's one thing Collins, but Coop is coming. He's running that thing down to 2.46 seconds. Coop's found something. Got it down to 2.5 seconds. Wow. Maybe the new road course master here, Austin Coop. curious, can he run him down? We'll say as usual, pit stops. Normally we'll only say one stop, but we'll have to see here. Got him down to 2.4 again. Gonna have to contest with some lap traffic though. Really kind of slow part of the track right there. Danny White right there in front of Coop. I see Coop is probably a little bit quicker. And Danny said, okay, go ahead. There's one of the new Dodges. There's Joe Spinelli. He looks nice. I like the Dodge trucks. I like the Fords. Old Spinelli. Murphy was usually the other one that had one. Ooh, Coops slipped a little bit. 3.4. Still 3 point. Oh, don't start blinking. Wow. I want to talk about ruining a night. Collins goes right through the track right there. You can do that? I guess so. Let's see what Caleb does. I guess so. Oh. I would think that would be cutting the track, but I guess not. Collins has got that lead back up to 3 seconds. Oh, some more lap traffic, but he's still good. 3 seconds, that's one little slip. And that lead will go bye-bye. Austin Coop hanging on right here in second. Mantle having a good solid run up in fourth today. With Smith right there in fifth. Hostler up in sixth. Altus there in seventh. Finley's the only one in this race not had the best run, but I mean he's still in it there in 15th. Make a few. And we still got pit stops. We're in lap 20 right now. It's all Parker Collins leading this one. Oh, David Persiski. What happened to him? Back and watch replay. Let's see. Just a little blinking effect there. Okay. Spinelli, White behind him, Ghost. Good old Eric Anderson right there along with him. Steve Gerber in the front of him. Matthew Dyer and Scott Simley. Good old Justin Curtis there. And Charles Van scored. Good to see him back out here. Got Ricky Hardy. Yeah, Judson Curtis there. Grant. Jordan Trask. Altus. Hostler. Smith. A load of traffic right now. Man O'Kinney. Got Coop. Got it back down to 2.4 seconds. Did that earlier. And then Collins was able to get the gap a little more. So you have Coop is able to get, let's say, to the back door here of Collins. And they pit. He might be sitting pretty good. You can see how close it is. Right there. I'm just thinking at what point maybe does Colin, maybe pick up the pace a little bit. I don't know. Collins has had dominating cars, but in the chase here, or in the playoffs, it seems like he stumbled a little bit, and he mentioned it. Not getting the right strategy. Not finishing out the races. You can see right there, man, that Duke gains a lot on him. Then Collins is able to move away a little bit. Just watching how smooth these two guys are. Evan Kinney, he's right there. He's not too bad off. Good old Kenny. Bobby Mantle. Pit stops. When do we take them? I say lap 30. Lap 30. I think that's what it is. See, Hostler is right there. He's trying to run down Chris or Caleb Smith. Get that spot from him. Cooper's still holding right about that 2.1, 2.2 second range. Gains a little bit in some parts of the track, then loses at others. Caleb, first one on pit road. That's not going to take him all the way, though. Collins makes his first mistake. Oh boy. And the pass. Let's watch that mistake by Collins. We see it right here. Up. And that's put Coop out front. Collins back in second. And that's what I'm talking about on road racing. One little mistake. Collins says, it's time to go on pit road. With them coming on pit road at 26 and all, that tells me that they can't go. So does Coop go halfway? I'm wondering now, does Coop be staying out? Are these guys going to be a couple laps short from going halfway? See Coop still right now. Collins made his pit stop, got back out, and he only was 29 seconds down. Wow, okay. All right, keeps on pit road. So that kind of... Nobody can go the distance. Huh. They should put Collins back out front. Coop's not going to be that far back, though, with newer tires. Collins got to go. And again, I know Osler, Altus, Simley, Trask, all those guys are hoping that Coop can get up there and take this thing away. And plus it would be Austin Coop's, I think, first win in the Truck Series. There we go. First win. You want to talk about wow. I'm just curious on these pit stops because, that puts nobody being able to make it all the way. Okay. Well, that's been a good race up front. It's been Collins, most of it. We got a 2-second lead right now. Step away, take a quick commercial break. Right back here, folks.
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as the Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
All right, we're back, folks, and man, the battle for the lead up here is getting about hot and heavy right now. Collins has got it, but Cooper's right there on his door, knocking at it. Guys have been going at each other, and again, I know some of the guys in these playoffs here, they definitely would love to see this. Cooper has about a lap newer tires than Collins. I think Parker, man, anticipated this. You can see Kenny coming into the picture too. Just unfortunate, man, that okay, look on pit road. Collins is racing for his life up here. He is driving that car like a madman. Now, I've talked about this a lot. Try to get him off his game plan. Make him drive that car. Don't get so comfortable up there in a big lead. See Coop right now. Very, very, very smooth. On with Kenny. He's waiting for Parker to make a mistake. Parker looks a little bit more slippy than Coop is. On board here, man, with Austin Coop. See what it looks like. Driving the wheels off of that thing. Tough place to pass here, man, at the Roval. There's not really many places to pass. I mean, you almost just have to have the guy in front of you make a mistake, or kind of maybe just have to throw a dive bomb on him. Just not a lot of places. Maybe the back stretch, maybe, when you go through the big oval. Maybe right here might be an area. Yeah, this is the only place I could think of, but you can just see Parker's able to pull away. If he was able to maybe catch the draft a little bit, maybe. See, before they get there. There. Yeah, he's keeping Parker, man, honest. This will be another passing zone right here. He gets a good draft on him. He might be able to get to the inside. Oh, contact. Oh, boy. Collins didn't want to give it to him. Parker's there. And that brings Kenny in the mix. But that's not what Coop wants to see, but it's definitely what Parker wants to see. Oh, yeah. Parker Collins is chomping at it. Boy, he's like, yeah, I like it. Y'all two battle. A little bit of bump right there. Ooh, Justin Carey going around. But has Evan Kinney got anything, man, for Collins? In the Lucky 7 machine. Parker right now is trying to hang on for everything he's got. Remember, he's got that 1 lap newer tire, or 1 lap older tires than these guys. So they've got about 1 lap newer. You see Coop now falling back off the pace a little bit. Might have hurt those tires a little. Either that or he's just kind of biding his time. See how close it is right here. Collins will earn this one if he wins it. Man, up front, these guys, they ain't made it easy for him. What he'd like to see is Evan and Coop get back there battling again. Right now he's stretching out that lead. And I think Austin knows it. Problem is getting right back around Kenny's going to be the problem. And then he needs enough time to get up there. I want to use his tires up doing it. What a race. And it's kind of the move that you have to do here. What Evan Kinney did. Stick your nose in there and go. It's like, again, there's not many places to pass. You can probably see it right here. Coop might be a little bit touch quicker. There's just nowhere to pass to get around him. Coop loses it. Oh, man, and that right there, talk about devastation. Oh, and Austin Coop now, but man, look at Evan Kinney putting the pressure here on Collins. Man, after a stellar run tonight, just like that, Austin Coop, trouble. Wow. Kenny's there though. I don't know. Has Kenny got enough? It's going to be a race here. I like it. Who out there likes road racing? I mean, you got to appreciate actual road racing. Right now you see Evan Kinney. It's on that back door. Do you like the road races? I got you, Collins. Okay. Well, right now Parker's doing everything he can do. And I mean, if he wins this race, he earned it. Got a little action going on in the back too back here. Unfortunately, Chris Smith. Let's see where some of the other guys are. Lane Hostler right there. Yeah, Bobby Mano on his back door though. Yeah, Bobby's going to be able to get around. 12 laps to go. Ooh, Dusty Martin around. That battle right here. Bobby, man, slipped a little bit. And Joshua Altus, he's been right there around my 6th place spot. He's got up 2 spots tonight. Caleb right there in 7th. Emily back here in the 14th. Jordan Trask having a pretty good one there in 8th. Kenny still keeping Collins honest. Unfortunately, man, Austin Coop falling off back here. I think just that little bit of slip he did earlier was enough. All right, you still see me and Evan right there with him. This has been the run so far. It also looks like Kenny Man's falling off the pace a little bit. Kenny right now losing ground. Collins, you can see Collins just moving away. And actually, Austin Coop's catching back. Collins hit the wall a little bit right there, but laps are winding down. My question is, are they going to be able to make it all the way? Do they have to pit? You see Collins right there. See Coop actually coming back in the picture. Okay. Kenny got back up to Collins again. Curious whether or not Kenny's going to be able to get Collins. And we're watching this battle. Laps are winding down fast. For each of these, that is. Kenny's there. I mean, Kenny is there. Right there, man, they got some lap traffic. Collins right now, boy, he is under pressure. You got Kenny all over the back door of him. Man, I'm loving it so far. One little slip by Collins. Kenny's going to be there. Coop was right there on his back door. Look, he's falling back just a little bit. Collins, a lot of traffic in front of him. But that's going to be my question. Is he going to be able to keep that traffic out of his way? Put up on Jacob right there. Jacob goes, looks good. A little bit of braking hard there. Parker. This is where he needs to keep his composure. Cannot afford to slip any. And he's able to gap him. Nice. I know. Looks like it's all Parker's game here tonight. He's done everything right he needed to do. Here comes Evan. Coop, man, still way back. Laps winding down here tonight. Charlotte Roval playoffs. Clean Racing League. Presented by Ghost Athletics, CRL podcast. We've watched this battle up front because Collins has been there. I mean, Lane has maintained his spot there in fourth. Mantle having a good run. Josh Walters is holding on there in sixth. Trask in seventh. Simley, the only one, kind of, not being able to gain a lot tonight, but he's up there in 15th. Let's battle up front here. Kenny got enough to get him. And Kenny's got to do something. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. Kenny gonna have to like drive that thing in there. Well, we are coming up on the final laps here, folks. And he's there again. I mean, does he have just enough to get around him? That's going to be the question. Woo, Kenny come out our sliding. Kenny right there on that back door. Coming up on the last laps here. There he goes, Kenny, man, right making the pass. 4 to go. He's going to be able to hang on. Wow. Oh, I think that's the newer tires finally got around him. Man, Parker Collins leading this whole entire time. Now, what would help out Lane Hostler here, huge, like, is if Coop could get up there and get around Collins. Because he's 17 seconds back, 30 seconds back. There's no way he's catching him. Yeah. I mean, we're not done. Parker ain't done yet. And Parker says, I ain't finished yet. Hang on a second. This one ain't over. Kenny goes a little wide. Parker goes in the inside. Oh, here's where we made the pass, man. Where Kenny made the pass. Right there. And I'm just wondering if this can bring up maybe Coop up here. If these guys battle. So let's ride on the inside here, man, with Parker. Remember, he's got 1 lap older tires. 3 to go here. Oh, the tension is building. I like it. He's building a lot. Goes on the inside, goes on the inside there. Ooh. He says, who's your daddy? I look to the inside, maybe I'm gonna try to take him over. Kenny right there, hold him off. 2 laps to go. They'll get the white flag the next time. Can Collins maybe make one last ditch effort? And you can see Coop, he's right there too now. It's turned into a 3-truck battle. It's not what Collins wants to see. These 2 guys coming up on the back door. And see what's going to happen here is any move that Collins makes is going to bring Coop up with him. Whoa, no. Oh, and there you go. Austin Coop. What? Oh. Kenny overdrove the turn. Collins got into him. And Austin Coop came up here and said, let me sneak in here and get some. But can he hang on? That's the question. Has he got enough tires left to hang on? I mean, what a race. One more time. Collins has got to do everything he can. He is. He is driving that truck. Throwing it in every turn he can. Can Coop hang on or can Collins win this race? He's had these 2 guys on his door all night long. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, this is close. And oh, he tries to dive it in. Oh, he hit him. He hit him. And oh man, he's gonna pay the price for it. Oh, but I gotta give credit, man, to Collins. Collins didn't just try to dump him and keep going. Wow. So I gotta give that a heads up sportsmanship there to Parker Collins. You know he's gonna lose those spots, but man, and look at this. Oh! One goes through the track, the other one don't go through it. Coop's outside. I guess there are no runoff penalties. I don't think so anyways. Oh, but man, Coop's going to take it right here. What a finish. Evan Kenny pulls it off. What a finish to this one, folks. Woo! That last lap, that was a thriller. Thriller. Let's bring up Collins. Parker joining the booth. You got Collins.
What's up, Joe?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Bad fast machine all night long. Those 2 guys were right there on your tail all race, and then, whoo, boy, those last 2 laps, man. What a wild one it was.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I just want to start with saying apologies to Coop and Evan. I got into them in a couple of pretty dumb spots, just going for broke. I was really close on fuel. I think had I not had to save fuel, I would have. That finish probably wouldn't have happened, but we were just a little bit short there and ended up running out in the middle of NASCAR 3 and 4. So congrats to Evan. Coop did an awesome job as well. He definitely deserved the win as well. Just great racing the whole time up front, and yeah, just good race. Got to take a podium position.
Oh, absolutely, and and a good points night for you too there. And I talked about. I said, man, what you're beating and banging back between. You don't see that much on road racing, but good sportsmanship when you're in there. You're just talking about it when you got into the coupe, but man, you can't take anything away, man. What a run tonight, and really still sets you up good for the next 2 races, but here coming up.
Yeah, super excited to go back to the ovals. Tonight was really fun, but man, I really hope we don't have to do any more fuel saving the rest of the season. That was definitely not as fun, but yeah, definitely looking forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully we can lock this thing up.
Hey, I'll tell you what, like I say, in the right step tonight, got third. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just saw the Only Dads boys for everything they do. Great group of guys. Can't thank them enough. Huge shout out to Superior for their continued support, friends and family watching, and my beautiful wife.
There you go, Parker Collins, bring her home at third tonight. Let's bring the man up here, Austin. Austin, Joey the Boot got copy.
Yes, sir, I do, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, boy, you don't really see too many thrillers like that on a road course, but all night long, you were right there on the back bumper. I was talking to Collins there on the back bumper for him, and then Kenny out of nowhere, and y'all two were just harassing, and man, those last 2 laps, that was just like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to take out of this is that while Collins got into us a couple times, he let us get it back, and he didn't take advantage of it. I'm not pleased with getting ran into like that, but who would, right? If we look back at the Wednesday night race last week, like me and the 54 got into it, and so it's part of racing. It's right there at the end. He's going for it. There's a lot of factors with this, but I had an absolute blast. I definitely had the winning truck at the end. I just didn't position myself, and I had that 4-tire slide, and that, oh my gosh, if I didn't have that, I knew I was going to get them. So I was just watching it. I knew Collins probably couldn't make it to the end on fuel, so I knew the battle was between me and Evan. But I got to tip my cap to both of those guys. They both ran heck of a race. We finished 36 seconds in front of fourth, and we were basically spinning each other out. So all 3 of us, I think, did a really, really good job at just putting on a really good show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I knew when me and the 88 guy side by side in NASCAR turned 1 and 2. I'm so looking forward to looking back at that and just watching that. But I will say that I cut the course at the end, and the iRacing steward gave me a penalty, but I could have rode it out to the very end. I just didn't want to win the race like that. So Evan deserved the win, being out front in front of all of us. So I'm really happy that he won. He ran a great race.
All 3 of you did. Like I said, a heck of a battle up front. And you're right, because I even mentioned that myself about when Collins got into it, and just a good sportsmanship there. Like you said, he could have just took off and ran on by y'all. But I noticed there early in the first run, before y'all took your pit stops, you were chasing him down. He had a pretty good lead there at one time, and you chased him down. I know fuel wasn't a factor at that point, but did you start thinking, well, maybe I got a good enough truck to outrun him tonight?
So I felt really confident. He was, my opinion, I can talk with him after this, and I'm not trying to call him out or anything like that, but I felt like he was going too fast to be conserving tire and too fast to be conserving fuel, because we had to save. I was lifting well before the 7 board on the backstretch of the oval, and saving a decent amount of fuel each lap. So I was saving in multiple departments. I wasn't mashing the throttle out of corners either, which that just saved my rears. And so when I caught him, I was like, okay, if he pits early, if he pits an O lap earlier than me, then I can save even more. But what it ended up happening is then he kind of half spun, and so I just got around him and was able to lead a lap. But no, I felt, if it was just that first run, I just felt so confident. But there's just so much I could say. I don't want to. I just had a blast, Joe. I don't know what else to say.
Normally when I talk about road racing, I talk about how gentleman's sports and you pretty much just racing the track. But I mean, y'all three made it really really interesting there in the second half of the race, sticking towards each other, and then definitely those last couple laps right there. But man, what a night, man! You proving yourself in the trucks. Really close to the win tonight, but came home second. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I gotta thank my wife. This is my last Monday night race for a long time, probably till like 2027, I'd say, just because of the familial things I gotta take care of. But I'm really glad that this was a race. And I talked with my wife before because I didn't 100% know if I was even gonna make it. And she was like, "Yeah, go do it. I got it covered." So she's my partner in crime, man. I love her to death, and without her, I'd be taking care of a baby, and she takes care of the baby instead. So it's nice that she can do that for an hour to 2 hours every Monday and Wednesday, and I'll be doing that going forward on Mondays now. It's a way better job, and it's a way better pleasure than any kind of racing.
Oh, no doubt about it. Well, man, I tell you what, congratulations on that second place there and the noon board.
Thank you, buddy.
There you go, Austin Coop. Well, let's bring this guy up here. Man, drove his tail off tonight. Evan, join the booth.
Joe, I got you.
Man, free subscriptions to everybody. But, boy, I tell you what, man, out of nowhere, I was watching the battle between Coop there and Collins, and I saw you back there lurking, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're right there in the picture. At what point did you think, man, I got enough, man, to tackle these two guys up here?
Yeah, I was hoping they would battle long enough for me to catch him, and then I was trying to be conscious of my rear tires to save a little bit, so if I did catch him, I'd have something. And then they got side by side, and I actually got to take advantage of Coop when they touched coming out of that last corner, and then I had to work on Parker, and that was brutal. There was no grip left by the time I got up there, and it was tough sledding for every single one of us.
Yeah, and like I was telling Austin, normally when I talk about these races, I'm usually talking about how you're racing the track, you're racing your own thing, but man, y'all throughout the whole entire race were right on top of each other, and then plus those last couple laps, I mean, that was just a roller coaster ride. I mean, Coop was there, Collins got into you, then Collins got into and the Coop, man, I mean, y'all were just like back and forth, and it's just at any time in that, man, did you think, man, there's no way I'm going to win this thing?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to win it until they got together coming into NASCAR 1, and I know Coop's a little upset about it, but I got into Parker because I had no grip left in that corner. Parker got into me because of the same thing, and it's just a product of hard racing. I'm sure I wish it would have gone a little bit better, but man, it was a ton of fun. And once I saw them get together, I knew I had a shot. And the way that worked out, I don't know how the broadcast looked, but I had to come to a complete stop to not hit Austin, and we basically just did a drag race from turn 1 to the finish, and it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, and he mentioned that, and back and forth there. I get my hats off, man, to you, Parker, and Coop, and getting the sportsmanship there of what y'all did, because going through all that, any one of y'all could have took advantage of the hits or whatnot, and like when Parker hit you, and then when I think Parker hit Coop, they could have just kept driving on through, and then even right there where Coop, like he mentioned, he cut the course and didn't want to just keep going. I know in iRacing there is no slowdown or anything. It's just a penalty because he very much could have just hammered that thing and kept going straight and probably got a huge lead on you while you went through that last trioval.
Yeah, it's definitely great sportsmanship from Austin. He's that kind of driver. It's fun having him in the league, and yeah, it's very nice of him. He didn't have to do it, but it does show the character that he's got, and it was a lot of fun racing those guys.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't take anything away from the fact, man, I've always said you're one of the road course ringers, got a couple of them out here, man, but it's good to see the excitement and get that win here tonight, man. I know the playoffs is not on your mind, but it definitely looks good for the only dads out there. You got anybody you want to thank for this awesome win?
Yeah, you as always for a great broadcast, and then always Chris for putting up with us knuckleheads every week and all the stuff it takes to run this league, and of course my only dad's boys for being competitive and getting each other ready for these races. And yeah, shout out to Parker. He's surpassed me in road course skills, I think, at this point. And if that wasn't a fuel mileage race, he probably would have been off in the sunset. But he had to save fuel that whole last run, so feel for him a little bit. But super appreciate how competitive he is and how he makes us all better.
Well, there you go, winner tonight, Evan Kinney, man, put in victory lane. Let's go and look at the unofficial results order here, if it'll pop up. There it went, popped up for me. Evan Kinney winning it tonight. Austin Coop right there in second. Parker Collins third. Lane Hostler does finish in fourth, so it's still going to be tight in the points there. Bobby Mantle started finishing out there in the fifth. Caleb Smith in sixth. Josh Walters hangs on to seventh with Jordan Trask in eighth. Ricky Harden there in ninth. Matthew Dyer in the 10th. Jacob Grant the 11th. Justin Carey there in the 12th. Look through the rest of the field. Folks, I don't know what to say. You know, I know up here throughout that race, man, the way I was talking and just watching that, you know, road course racing is, to some, is not the most exciting racing in the world. It's really more of a chess match, but those guys made it very interesting there at the end. Hats off to them. Folks, we're out of here tonight, though. Before myself and everyone here at the Clean Racing League, presented by Ghost Athletics CRL podcast, y'all have a good night.